What if I told you that the most important cells in medical history were taken from a woman without her permission and made billions of dollars while her family stayed in poverty? This is not science fiction. This is the real story of Henrietta Lacks. She wasn't famous. She wasn't a scientist. She wasn't rich. She was a 31-year-old black woman, a mother of 5, who went to the hospital for pain, and unknowingly, she changed medicine forever. Henrietta was born in 1920 in rural Virginia. She grew up poor, worked on tobacco farms. Life was hard but ordinary. In 1951, she was married, had 5 children, and lived near Baltimore. Then something went wrong. She began experiencing severe pain and bleeding. She went to Johns Hopkins Hospital, one of the only hospitals at the time that treated black patients. Doctors discovered a tumor on her cervix. The diagnosis was aggressive cervical cancer. During her treatment, doctors removed a small sample of her tumor. No explanation, no constant form, no warning. At the time, this was common, especially for poor black patients. Those cells were sent to a lab and something impossible happened. Normally, human cells die quickly outside the body. Henrietta's didn't. They divided and divided and divided again. They didn't die. For the first time in history, scientists had immortal human cells. They named them HeLa cells after Henrietta Lacks. HeLa cells were shipped around the world. They were used to develop the polio vaccine, study cancer, research HIV, advance chemotherapy, help with gene mapping, test radiation and space travel. To this day, tens of thousands of studies use HeLa cells. Entire industry were built on them. While her cells lived forever, Henrietta did not. She died in 1951 at just 31 years old. She was buried in an unmarked grave. Her family had no idea what had been taken from her. Years later, scientists contact her children, not to thank them, not to compensate them, but to study their DNA, without properly explaining why. Her family didn't understand what cells even meant. Meanwhile, companies were selling HeLa cells for profit. Millions were made. Her family remained poor. Some couldn't afford healthcare. Henrietta Lacks became a symbol, not just of medical progress, but of ethical failure. Her story changed how consent is handled, patient rights are protected, medical ethics are taught. Today, her name is finally recognized. But for decades, the world used her without even knowing her. She never chose to be immortal, but her cells are still alive. In labs, in hospitals, in discoveries yet to come. She didn't change the world with fame or power. She changed it by being human. The greatest contributions in history don't always come from the people we remember, but from the ones we forget.